Hey everyone, it's Emily and welcome to my channel. Today I'm building a house. It's like a family-sized house. You can probably fit a couple and one kid, maybe two kids if you delete some stuff in this house. That's what I was thinking, and I had no idea what I was going to do other than I just knew that I wanted to build a family house. I've been building some smaller houses and apartments recently, and I want to try to do at least one family house every week and then just do smaller houses and apartments for the other days of the week, because I always do upgrowth challenge on Friday and not so berry challenge on Monday. So then I have 4 other days of the week oh my god, can I count? No, I can't count. I have 5 other days of the week to figure out. And then if I do a family house every week, then I only have 4 other days of the week to figure out, and then I can just do like 2 smaller houses and 2 apartments, or like that, something around that is like what I'm thinking for the future. But that's my general plan, in case you're wondering, and that's kind of the schedule that I'm thinking about using, especially going into the new year. I want to have more of a schedule, not one that I'll necessarily be making public, because like I might build a family house on Monday one week and then want to build it on Tuesday the next week, but I don't know. So, well, never on Monday, because I guess that would be Not So Berry days, but I'm getting close to finishing Not So Berry and it's really freaking me out. Like, I'm already on my Gen 8 Air was born recently, and you'll see more about that in my update on Monday if you watch those, but that's crazy to me. But anyway, so I built this house, and once I got to the furnishing of it, I did like one little furnishing thing, like the very first couple pieces of furniture that I placed, the color scheme, I was like, oh, this would be super cute for my Not So Berry family, because I can't get enough of them and I'm probably gonna cry when I finish the challenge, or like make more generations for myself. I actually also found another challenge that's like based on cats and dogs, and I might do that because it's like a 10 generation thing too, where they kind of give you like guidelines for each generation, but they don't really have any kind of like, oh, you have to have this career and this whatever. It's kind of just like a story driven thing, which I don't like as much because I'm a very goal oriented player. Like, I always want to get my Sims to the top level of their career, or like I want them to do well at work. I want them to accomplish their aspiration, and not having guidelines like that, or I don't know, I just can't play the game without taking that into consideration. It's yeah, I don't know. Does anyone play just for the storyline? Because I know tons of people do. Like, I watch tons of people on YouTube that do that, but I don't know. Let me know how you guys play. Like, do you usually like to accomplish certain goals, or do you always try new things, or do you just base it around a storyline and then go from there, or do you not even play the game and you just build things? Because I know some people do that too. And yeah, let me know. I'm interested. But anyway, I can't speak. Oh my god, this is like the first time that not the first time I'm talking all day, because like I've talked to my parents, but this is the first time that I'm sitting down to record something all day, and I feel like that is always the worst. But then I also feel like once I've been doing it for too long of a time, it gets really bad. I don't know, because then I run out of things to talk about, because I've already told all of my stories, or like all my whatever I've been thinking of recently, that's already been said. So it's just a disaster. But then when the first time, okay, see, here's the issue. The first time that I'm talking during the day, I can't speak because words just aren't good. What am I saying? I don't know. I say things like words just aren't good. But then towards the end of the day, I can say things and it's fine and my words make sense, maybe, but I don't have anything to talk about because I've already said a million other things that day, and I just bumped my desk. I hope that didn't make a loud noise. Ooh, speaking of noises, I got a new mic and I'm not using it yet because it's on the way here, but I ordered it on Amazon last night, so it should be here in a few days, and I probably won't have any videos using it until next week because it is going to get here on the 29th, and I probably will have recorded everything through like the 2nd by then is my goal. So yeah, there's that, but expect better audio quality coming soon. I also got a pop filter, which I'm really excited about, because recently I've noticed, because I don't always listen back to my voiceovers, only if I'm doing Upgrowth Challenge or Not So Berry, to find if I pause between showing something in the game, and Upgrowth I have to listen to like the whole thing, because sometimes I ramble about nothing and I like to keep those under 30 minutes. So I have to cut out a lot of stuff and I have to listen to the entire thing. But with some of the builds recently, I've noticed that I have to do kind of like weird sound editing stuff after I've recorded to make it so that you can't hear when I inhale and exhale and that type of thing. And also my P's are really harsh, which bothers me a lot. I really hate listening to that. And yeah, so if that's bothering you and you've made it this far, then you should, if it's bothering you, you've made it this far and you like the video, then you should subscribe anyway, because, I am going to have better audio quality soon. So don't let that hold you back. And I'm so excited because my channel, even though it's still like little old channel, it's been doing so great the past few days. I've gained so many more subscribers than I usually gain in a day, and that makes me happy. And I've gotten some really nice comments, and I love reading comments and having, I don't know, it's not just nice things, but just like if I ask a question or say something that I'm kind of prompting a response from, and then people actually respond, it's really nice. So yeah, that's something that I think I've had this conversation with myself here while I'm recording something before, but something that I've realized is super important is if I'm watching a video now, if someone does something or they ask something and I have something valuable to say, or I really like how they did something, I'll let them know in the comments, because it's always like super nice to see that. And I'm not even saying like, oh, you should always tell me whatever you think is great in the comments, but like just to anyone you're watching, if they do something that you think is really cool, especially if they're smaller or they get less than like 100 comments, then definitely, because they will 100% see that. And even if they don't respond to you, they might be busy or something, but they will appreciate it more than you will probably ever know. So yeah, that's my little sap moment of the day. Comment on people's videos if you like them. And I struggled so much trying to figure out what to do with these stupid bookshelves, because this is once I decided it was going to be kind of for my like pink sim. I did that. Is that a cactus thing that's over the fireplace? I think it's like a cactus thing, those trees. I don't know. It's artsy, it's abstract. And then I decided that I wanted to make this like a low-key pink house, because for all of my not so berry sims, I've had really obnoxious houses that are very over the top, like that color of the generation is literally everywhere. And so I tried to make this a more downscaled pink house. Like we got that pink table under the TV, but that couch isn't bright pink. We have a pink rug and a pink dog bed, but it's not like pink threw up all over the house. I was kind of trying to stay away from that, but once we got upstairs, I kind of did not do as good of a job of that. It's very pink upstairs. So sorry if you're not a pink person, but yeah. Oh, and also the cabinets, I made them pink, but then I fixed it because I was like, I didn't want this to be pink everywhere. And then once I decided that it was for my pink sim, I couldn't help but make it pink everywhere. But I fixed it. I toned it down a little. And I also did something, I sized down some curtains, and I think I'm going to change them. Like you'll see them like this in the screenshots because I haven't changed them yet and I'm done building the house. But if my sims do live here, I'm definitely going to change them, because when I was taking screenshots, they looked really weird. You'll see what I mean when we get there. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of those anymore now that I've done it. But oh well, moving on. I've been pretty productive today. I hope you've been productive if you've had things to do. And if you don't have things to do, I hope you have just been enjoying your day of not doing anything, because I love those days. But today I had a lot to do, and I haven't done everything I need to do yet. I honestly didn't even want to record this because I didn't feel like talking. I don't know. And I really wanted coffee, so I kind of basically motivated myself to do this because I wanted coffee, and I knew that if I had coffee first and then tried to do this, it would just be a disaster, more rambly, faster talking than normal. So I felt like I would spare you from that and do this before I made my coffee. Well, I'm not even making the coffee. It's literally cold brew that I'm pouring out of a thing that's in the fridge. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, I just wanted to like drink some coffee, watch some videos, not do anything, but here I am recording this. I also think I'm going to record 2 episodes or parts of my upgrowth challenge in a row this week. So this week and next week will be kind of like pre-recorded. I don't know. I feel weird saying pre-recorded because like, I mean, I guess that's what I'm doing, but I don't know. I always feel weird using YouTube terms because I hardly feel like a YouTuber, but I guess I am since I post videos. And yeah, I don't know. It's strange. It's kind of weird. It's fine. I'm over it. It's fine. Okay, moving on. Oh, also, I put in that litter box and a scratching post and some pet beds around the place. And then when I was going to take screenshots, I realized that I didn't even put in food bowls for pets. So that was kind of an issue. And I moved that around. And yeah, I want to talk about my Not So Berry family every time I see something in this that reminds me of one of my Sims, but I don't want to spoil anything because I want to have things in the updates. So I guess I won't talk about it too much. Because, well, I guess I can say that we did have a girl. We had a child. She is born, the Gen 8 heir, and I wanted this house to be kind of for when she aged up to a kid, so I decorated her room like a kid's room. And yeah, that's about all I have to say for that. But what was I going to talk about? I was productive today. I wanted to talk about that. Don't know why. Just fill up some time, I almost said kill some space. Fill up some space, kill some time. There we go. That makes me think of Christmas Vacation. There's this, it's like the opening scene, if you've seen that movie with, what's his face? Oh my gosh. I don't know why I can't remember his name. Whatever. But it's like the opening scene and they're in the car and these people are like tailgating him and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna burn some dust. And then he says, eat my rubber. That's like my favorite line ever. I don't know. It makes me laugh because it makes me think about being in swim team when I was little and how we would always like write stuff. Because like for swim team, if you've never done swim team or like anything like that, there you have different like events that you have to do or you kind of like sign up for based on what your favorite stroke is and all of that stuff in swimming. And this is probably making no sense if you don't know anything about swim team or how swimming competitively works, but it's very chill because I did it like in my neighborhood, so it was like a summer swim team type of thing. And so you have these different events and like each event has a number and that's how they keep track of it. And you're like a kid, so you're not very good at like keeping track of things and like time. So the coach would always write your event numbers on your arm with Sharpie. And then we would always like do like have our friends would like write fun messages and stuff with the Sharpies too. Like someone would draw bubbles and it would say like eat my bubbles or whatever. But then so then in Christmas Vacation when he says eat my rubber, it makes me think of that. I don't know, that was a very long-winded story about pretty much nothing, but hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, what else was I gonna say? My productive day, that's where all of this came from. Ooh, I also really like that peach mirror and I've never used it before. And that desk that came with Parenthood and the chair that came with Cats and Dogs match perfectly. I'm so pleased with how many peach things are in the game. There have been so many times in other generations that I've almost used an object and then I'm like, no, that's perfect for peach. I have to save it, especially with the pink and orange ones. I struggled a lot with not using some of these peachy things, but I can use them now. Very exciting. And anyway, my productive day, can I ever get back to this? I wanted to go to the bank today, but that didn't happen. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. And see, I had a bunch of errands that I wanted to run that I didn't do. And I'm just kind of rationalizing not doing it now because I'm meeting some friends that I haven't seen since like summer for lunch around in 2 days. I'm meeting them in 2 days. So I'm kind of rationalizing not doing any errands today by saying I'll just go out when I'm already out hanging out with them. Before I go hang out with them, I'll go do my errands and then I can go get lunch with them. And that's my plan. So then I don't have to leave the house more than necessary. Oh, that's really bad, but it's fine. Yeah. Oh, this is when I toned down the pink. I decided to do some yellow walls in the room and just some nice white and cream curtains so that it wasn't too obnoxious. And yeah, this is around when I was realizing, I think, that I didn't include any of the yoga stuff because the pink generation is supposed to be into wellness and writing. So we got her desk over there for the writing. There's no office in this house, but they also honestly, the family doesn't have that much money. So I feel like this house they could reasonably afford possibly, but if I had built the house any bigger with all the rooms that I would have wanted to build in the house, then we wouldn't have been able to afford it. So that's how this happened. And I feel like it's kind of cramped and small, but it's nice. I like it. Got a nice little table up here for the kiddo to just have some fun kiddo times. And landscaping, my favorite part. Sometimes I landscape in the middle of videos or the middle of builds, and then other times I will put it off until the end and then I never want to landscape, but I feel like this ended up turning out okay. I did a different thing with fencing that you'll see in a minute, But yeah, that was exciting. I don't know, because I needed them to have a backyard, but I forgot, since I wasn't planning on making a backyard for them, I didn't put a patio or like a door out to the back, and that was just kind of an issue. So yeah, we get the backyard in there, but it's just a little different than I would have liked it to be. If I had thought in advance about the Sims that I wanted to live here before I built it, I probably would have accommodated for that when I was originally building the house and doing the floor plan, but I didn't, so there's that. And what was my plan anyway? That's so weird. That's very unlike me to not put a back patio, but I think I was originally looking at a floor plan of a real house and they didn't have a patio in the back, so I think that's why I just didn't think to include it in the first place. I don't know. Silly me. And here's our little makeshift patio. I mean, it's a legit patio, but I say makeshift because it feels weird since there's no door to the back out there. They just kind of have to walk around the house. I put some candles out there because I thought it would be fun and relaxing for their little yoga times on the patio. And yeah, that's about all I have to say in this. I don't know. That's about all I have to say about this house. And I could have cut that out, but I don't think I'm going to because oh my God, my throat is dying. Okay, well, the build's pretty much over. So I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe. Oh, also, I think that I might change my channel name and I might put some of my new tentative channel art at the end of this. I don't know. We'll see. If not, look for that in some other videos. Oh my God, my voice is going. What's going on? I'm going to leave now. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.